Well done, you've got 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 hours of watch time, you've been accepted into the YouTube Partner Program. Now it's time to enjoy the rewards of monetization. Oh, it's a bit anticlimactic. But what if I told you there was a better way? What if your channel had less than 1,000 subscribers, but was able to generate this amount of revenue? Yeah. I thought that'd get your attention. Let's talk about YouTube monetization, starting with a question for all of you. How long did it take you to monetize your channel from 0 subscribers and 0 hours watched? Once you were accepted into the YouTube Partner Program, how much did you earn in your first month as a monetized channel? And for those of you who are not yet monetized, how long have you been working towards that goal? Now, for most channels, it's typically going to take around about a year to reach the point where you're accepted into the YouTube Partner Program. And once in that program, typically the financial gains are what you might best describe as meager. Most channels are going to earn in the region of about $100, which doesn't even trigger a payout. I will say this, YouTube ad revenue is fantastic for 2 reasons. First of all, YouTube have made it incredibly easy and seamless. You click a couple of checkboxes and you start earning money. How cool is that? And for passive income over a long period of time, but YouTube ad revenue also has many challenges, one being scale. In most cases, you will need hundreds of thousands of views to earn hundreds of dollars. But perhaps most importantly of all, it is the advert that is speaking to and selling to the audience, not the creator. So in the 365 days or so that it's likely going to take you to build up your YouTube channel to a point where you can monetize your content, what else could you do in that time? Well, you could start developing a business that speaks directly to that audience and has the potential to earn slightly more than what YouTube is able to offer. But in order to explain this, I'm going to need to enlist the help of somebody who teaches people how to do just this every single day.
Hey there, my name is Desiree, and my main purpose for being on YouTube has nothing to do with being a YouTuber, getting lots of subscribers, getting a silver play button, or getting millions of views on my channel. The number one reason I use YouTube is to be a lead source for my social media marketing agency. How I value a viewer is very different than you and Rob. I don't look at a viewer as someone I want to keep coming back to watch my channel because channel views don't pay my bills. A viewer to me is someone who needs help. They have spent time searching for an answer to a social media problem that they have, and upon finding and watching my video, my objective is to get them on my email list, not hit the subscribe button. Why? Because as you can see from my analytics, I don't get a lot of return viewers. I really only have one shot to have any chance of getting them onto my email list so I can then have my sales process get to work. I make sure that my call to action is near the beginning of my video, where I direct them to a free resource that supports what the video they are watching is about. Now, when it comes to creating videos, I want to make this super easy for you, which is why I have a list of 50 videos every business owner needs to make. You can grab that free download down in the description below. By doing this, it has resulted in an average of 10 to 15 new email subscribers every day coming directly from my YouTube channel. The value of a viewer turned email subscriber leads to monthly service fees, consultations, speaking engagements, and more. It is worth thousands of dollars to me. How do you do this? I want you to think back to how you were getting your viewers and subscribers initially. Chances are you adopted a search-based strategy, which is exactly what service-based businesses do. This is actually one of the foundations of all SEO and online marketing outside of YouTube. When you're searching for a local service, restaurant, or a specific topic when you go to Google, the people that show up at the top of the Google page have the best SEO for your search. That is the strategy that all YouTube creators usually use to get started with their growth.
Back. And I've changed my camera angle. So in reality, what does all of this look like? Well, we asked Austin Armstrong about SEO, 700 views, and a monumental amount of cash.
These videos never were going to go viral, and the intention of them was never to go viral. So some of the videos in particular are like drug rehab marketing strategies, therapist social media marketing, things along the lines of that. Addiction treatment marketing or drug rehab marketing is the video. I think that has like 700 views on that. But that video has generated me multiple 5 figures of revenue because it's so strategic and there's not a lot of competition. But really it's about educating your audience. What are the questions that a prospective lead or a prospective client is searching for online, because you're building your trust and authority in front of them, but making sure that you're consistently staying top of mind, because It's not likely that they're going to watch one video and that one single video, that single experience is going to convert them. You have to earn their trust over time.
We also quizzed Austin on how a creator's mindset may need to shift from views and subscribers to leads and clients.
I think it's important to go into YouTube as a business tool. Really, the goal of my channel is to empower business owners to have the techniques and the strategies to grow themselves, whether they reach out to me or not, but to provide them with the resources that they can contact me because they trust me based on everything.
You mentioned a target audience. What might that be?
The therapist that is trying to grow their private practice that doesn't have the means to or the understanding of how to create content to market themselves.
Now, it isn't all about SEO and converting sales. It's about building trust through giving value. Even if you had the best title and thumbnail, if your video isn't giving value to the viewer, which is what leads to trust, they aren't going to want to do business with you, and you're not going to get them onto your email list. Jen has some really great insights on this to share.
Got onto YouTube basically out of necessity to get my message out. And it is exceeding my expectations. The video that turned everything around was, I mean, it's so funny because I didn't even really know what I was doing. I didn't have professional lighting. I just recorded it on my iPhone, and it was about magazine publishing because I had published a magazine for my speaking business. And then eventually when I started to see the business come in, I had to go back and look at where the traffic was coming from. And I was surprised really to see how well this super niched magazine publishing video was doing. So then I just went all in, and I publish, I would say 80% of my content is on publishing, and then the 20% is on marketing in general.
So what do you do in your videos to make people call you?
I think the number one problem is traffic. So YouTube is my eyeballs. That's my traffic. And then I have 3 funnels set up, but one that works in particular is a funnel to a pre-recorded webinar. That funnel is linked in the banner, and then it's linked in the description of every single one of my videos that talks about magazine publishing. I also create graphics inside the video that shows them that there's a free masterclass and the domain name to go to it.
What video has resulted in the most sales for you?
That initial magazine publishing video that I recorded on my iPhone.
And how much do you think it's brought you?
I mean, my best week that I had recently was $11,000 in a week. It would be in the multiple 5 figures. Most of my clients are professional services, like they're doctors, attorneys, speakers. They don't want to sit and get mired in the tech. So I do not sell in my videos. They are all just purely content. And the call to action is, here's another video for you to watch. It's the buyer's journey. I'm not going to sell in the YouTube video. I'm going to move them along to the next step, get them off of YouTube into the masterclass, and then get them on my calendar to have a conversation on if they want to work with me or not. YouTube just gives you a better quality of lead. Like by the time I talk to someone on Zoom, like they feel like they already know, like, and trust me because they literally will say, I just have been binge watching your videos.
The best thing you can do as a creator of any kind is to have control of your audience. This literally applies to any channel in any vertical anywhere in the world.
And let's be honest, most creators never even consider their YouTube channels as businesses. So what would be your first step towards such a goal? We asked Austin and Jen for their advice.
By putting out like a free checklist or a free mini course or anything like that in exchange for an email address is the best way to start capturing leads and then consistently putting out value for them across everything.
The easiest thing to do is focus on affiliate products and making videos about the products and services that you use and you like. That doesn't require you to have any business infrastructure set up. I would interview some of your audience members or poll them and ask them, what do they need from you? Take that information and research and start to brainstorm some potential ideas. Maybe you could create a virtual mastermind or sell a course.
Find a reason for your viewers to stay connected beyond the subscribe button through an email or even text message marketing. Not only does this add tremendous financial opportunities for sponsorships, but being able to share your latest videos, merchandise, memberships, and more without relying on YouTube is a huge for your growth and money making potential. YouTube is an amazing system, but ultimately they still care about their business's bottom line first, not yours.
But I care about all of you first, and I'm going to prove it in 2 ways. If you are still finding all of this YouTube business stuff a little daunting, we do have a complete guide to monetizing your YouTube channel over here. And as for the second thing, love ya.